Now the news about the so-called 20th hijacker. He's the only man charged so far in the September 11th attack on America. He was in federal court in Virginia today, lashing out at the United States and demanding that his court-appointed lawyers be fired. CBS's Jim Stewart reports on the courtroom surprise.
Accused terrorist Zacarias Moussaoui arrived this morning for what was to be a routine hearing on his confinement conditions, but wasted no time before turning it into courtroom drama and suggesting he may defend the events of September the 11th. "No," he shouted, thrusting his finger in the air. "These are not any more my lawyers," accusing his defense team of conspiring against him. "All they need me for is to execute me." Moussaoui then asked for Muslim attorneys and told the courtroom, "I pray for the destruction of the United States." Totally unflappable, U.S. District Judge Leona Brinkema let him have his say for nearly an hour, asking at one point, "Are you sure?" "Absolutely," said Moussaoui. "I want a lawyer acquainted with Muslims, the mujtahid, and what you call the terrorist theme. I'm ready to fight even with both hands behind my back." By the end of the day, the judge ordered Moussaoui examined by psychiatrists and did not fire his lawyers, but did leave open the possibility he could defend himself. Legal analysts concluded Moussaoui was looking for a soapbox and not a defense.
Somewhere along the line, Moussaoui has made a decision that he wants this to be more of a political trial than a legal one, that he doesn't really care what his fate is.
Faced with the death penalty for allegedly conspiring with the September the 11th hijackers and believed by prosecutors to be the missing pilot aboard a United Airlines flight that crashed in Pennsylvania, Moussaoui has been held under stern conditions since his arrest last August. Today's hearing was to have been an examination of those conditions, in which he is locked down 22 hours a day in a small cell with his overhead lights never turned off. Prosecutors were prepared to show the bloody results of relaxing the guard around accused terrorist. This New York officer was stabbed in the eye with a pocket comb honed into a stiletto by defendants in the African embassy bombing trial, and prosecutors say Moussaoui is no less dangerous. Moussaoui has had a reputation among lawmen as a hothead since the day he was arrested, and by calling for the destruction of the United States before his trial even begins, he's obviously done nothing to change that. Dan?
Thanks, Jim Stewart. Testimony began today in Pakistan in the trial of 4 alleged killers charged in the kidnapping and murder of Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl. One witness, a taxi driver, said that on the day Pearl disappeared, he drove the journalist to a Karachi, Pakistan hotel and saw him get into a car with one of the defendants, Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh. Saeed spent 5 years in an Indian prison after his arrest in 1994 for kidnapping Westerners.